Good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the fastest car Mini currently make. Now this is the JCW model of the Mini Clubman. Headline figures: 230 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds thanks to this all-wheel drive system. The question is quite simply, I want to know, if you've got around £2,500, how much quicker and better can you make this car? Well, we've had some fun out on the road, but I think we should have a look at the outside of this car before carrying on. This, as I was mentioning, is the JCW model, so we've got the full JCW aero kit, and it gives it quite an aggressive look. I absolutely love it. We've got LED lights as standard. They do adaptive, but they're like another £900 optional extra, so I don't think many people are going to go for that. We've got this air intake. Well, I thought it was a real air intake, but it's not, it's fake. It'd be interesting to know, guys, do you know why it's actually got this fake intake on the front? I'm not sure. We've got some JCW badging on the front and it just makes it stand out. Now, under the bonnet, this is where things have got a bit more interesting. We've got a stage 2 tune on this. So I was saying earlier, we've got 225, 230 brake. This has gone up to nearly 300, and we've got pretty much 400 Newton meters of torque. So this thing certainly has got plenty of poke out on the road. We go around the side. This has got the larger optional 19-inch rims, and stopping this car we've got 4-pot piston Brembo calipers. Red and black contrast. We've got the larger panoramic sunroof, and I think this looks fantastic. What do you guys think? Love it. Let's have a look around the back. One of the most unique features about this car has got to be the rear doors. You can either wave your foot underneath, or on the key, press the button once and then again. So we've got quite a lot of storage. We've had all of our camera equipment, plenty of room. In terms of practicality as well, there's full-size rear doors. Even the 5-door, they're slightly squashed down. So what do you guys think of the rear? Is it a bit of a Marmite thing? I think it looks pretty good. So we're here really for not the practicality. It can be practical, but this is one thing which has slightly changed. This car, it did pop and crack. It sounded pretty good. The latest 2019, unfortunately they don't do that. But to make this more exciting, more drama, we've got a Remus catback exhaust. This is made over in Germany, about £1,000, but it sounds the absolute bee's knees. It really does add something to the driving of this car. I love it, and you should experience some of this out on the road. It's a bit addictive. So let's hop out in this car, let's take it down the road, and let's see what it's all about. These roads around here are absolutely brilliant. Need to be careful for cyclists at the moment because they've decided they're going to come out for a bit of a jolly, but yep, that's lively. These brakes are pretty good as well. Oh, hang on. I really hope this exhaust is coming through on camera, because it is. This four-wheel drive system as well is blooming brilliant. It really is sticking to the road. Now that's what £1,000 gives you. It's very bumpy, this road, so you get quite a firm ride. Since putting the lowering springs, H&S lowering springs on this thing, it's definitely firmed up the ride, but it's more, I think, if you buy a JCW, you want it really to be compliant, and that's what it is. You turn the nose in and you can get on the power quite quickly. This four-wheel drive system is definitely keeping this car in the position and on the road that we want. So we've got a nice junction, and yeah, that's the speed limit quite quickly. This, those noises. Even if this car wasn't quicker, just go for that. Right. This is nice and twisty. Yeah, this is very well sorted, this car at the moment. We've got 300 brake now. Well, it's 305. I think the tune gave us about 295, 300, and then a little bit with the catback. We've also got a pipe across filter on this thing, so we get some nice little pigeon noises. In terms of tech, this car is pretty loaded. It's got everything other than the park assist and adaptive dampers. Now, the fact we've got custom springs, I'm not sure if you can even have the two. Just put in the comments down there. I may be wrong, I'm not 100% sure on that. But they're the only two things this car hasn't got. We've got heated seats, heated windscreen, we've got dual climate control, Apple CarPlay, wireless charging. The list goes on and on. This car, I think in total, was pretty much £40,000. Now that is a lot of money for a new car of this type, but it is great fun. It does feel very well put together. It's just fun at the end of it, and this exhaust is just making it even more exciting. It just adds to the drama of the car, and having 300 brake horsepower under your foot, it really does add to it. You've got to remember the Mini GP3, when that's due out, it's got around the same sort of power as this. The only difference is that's going to be front wheel drive only, and it does weigh, I think, quite a lot less. This car dry is about 1,500 kilos. This is a sort of car you could definitely use as a daily, and when you're not hooning it around and rather enjoying yourself, you've got 3 different driving modes you can put it in. So the mode I've got it in at the moment is sport, and we've got a better throttle response. The steering's heavier, it just feels a bit more aggressive. We've got a switch over on the right hand side. We press it down once to go to mid, and one more. This is a dirty swear word that needs to go. Green mode. Ugh. I'm gonna have to go out of that. I feel like I'm cursing, so we're going to normal. And so things are a bit softer. We can go out of controlling the gearbox ourselves, push the gearbox across, and now everything is automatic, so it's a lot more chilled out, which is really good when you're just wafting along and just doing day-to-day mundane things. Now we're going to go back into sports mode, because personally I think that's where we should be. So the throttle response is a lot more aggressive now. This car also has something from Remus. We've got a Remus responder. Now what that will do is how aggressive the acceleration, well, your throttle response is, and you can have it quite soft, so you put your foot down, nothing happens for a little bit, and then it will just go off on one. Or you can put it all the way up to race, where as soon as you touch the throttle, you're going to go like a bat out of hell. Now you don't want to be having that when you're in traffic, because you'll blip the throttle, and as soon as you touch it, you're going to be lurching forward. So we're at the moment, I think we've got it in normal 3, I think it's called. So it's the most aggressive normal road. After that you go into track. So I quite like that, and it just gives you a bit more flexibility in how you want to drive. In terms of driving position, we've got these, sorry, hang on, let's try this. There we go. Anyway, we were talking about driving position. We've got these lovely Dynamica, I think that's the proper name, JCW seats. They're very supportive, very comfortable, and they do look nice. Got the JCW steering wheel. It feels really good in your hands. We've got the standard controls over on the left to do with infotainment, and then we've got controls for cruise control. We've got these nice paddles. This is for the 8-speed box, so you feel really engaged with the car. You're slung quite low in these seats. It's just a very, very nice place to be. The amazing thing about this car is it is also very much a family car. You can easily fit 2 adults in the back, if not 3. We've got a reasonable sized boot for the shopping. But when you want to enjoy yourself, you're out on your own, or you're in a mate, you can put it in sports mode, drop it down a couple. There we go. And that happens. You could do that with the shopping in the back, but I do think it may be absolutely strewn everywhere. Spending another £2,500 just has changed the character of this car completely. I'm gonna have to slow down again. Right, we go down to, let's open the window. Oh, right, we'll slow down and yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah, I mean, for that sort of money, I think that's pretty good. What do you guys think? £2,500? What would you put on your Mini? I'm sure some of you out there as well have done plenty of modifications as well, so you know what we've done to this car. What else would you recommend for the owner to add to this next? What would be next on the bucket list of things to change? At the moment, I think it's pretty good, but I'm sure there's always more money, better things to improve. So put in the comments down below both what you've done to your car and what should he get next on this one. I asked at the beginning of this video, what could you do with £2,500 to make the fastest Mini the company make even better? Well, hopefully you've seen that. We've got more power, it's more responsive. Going round the corners, it's absolutely fantastic being lowered, but that noise, I'd say, right, here we go, lower the window. Yeah, I think that says it all. That has to be what this Mini is all about. That's what £2,500 gets you.